Hi, my name is Tyrell Meinhardt. Today we're going to be going over an ethical decision out of this book, Ethical Obligations and Decision Making in Accounting. And the ethical dilemma that we're going to be going over is in Chapter 2, and it's out of the section Giving Voice to Values. It's question number 13. And to kind of introduce you to the topic, we have a friend named Michael who has just graduated from a state college with a GPA of 2.95, and he graduated with his accounting degree. While he was earning his degree, he worked full-time and paid his own way through college. So his GPA wasn't as high as it probably could have been, but now Michael is applying for an entry-level position in a CPA firm, and he's considering using his overall GPA, which includes 2 years of community college. His overall GPA was 3.25, and he wants to use this GPA because he knows the firm that he's applying for, the other applicants, it's going to be pretty competitive, and he knows their GPAs are going to be higher than 2.95 probably, and he wants to use a higher GPA. The advertisement for the job specifically asked for his major GPA and his GPA while he was attending the state college. So Michael asks us his opinion before he sends in his resume and application. So our job is, what do we say to Michael? To help us solve this ethical dilemma, we're going to be going over the 4 main questions that Giving Voice to Values recommends. And the first one is, what are the main rationalizations you are trying to counter? That is, what are the reasons and rationalizations that need to be addressed? So in other words, what reasons and what rationalizations could Michael possibly come up with to use his higher cumulative GPA over his graduating state college GPA? And in my mind, Michael is creating a materiality and isolated incident defense. So Michael's saying this is a one-time thing, just to get my foot in the door, just to get this job. And from this point forward, I'll be honest. That would be the isolated incident portion. Michael may come back and say that he's not bumping up his GPA very much at all. Just 2.95 to 3.25. That's not material, is it? Michael may come back and say that everyone's bumping up their GPA, or that everyone's probably going to bump up their GPA, so he has to do it to keep up with them. And that would be under the expected or standard practice excuse. The second question is, what is at stake for the key parties, including those who disagree? First thing you can think of right off the bat is Michael's reputation is on the line. Also, the CPA firm is at stake. That they could be affected on potentially hiring Michael because he has a higher GPA. So they may be getting someone who they think was able to maintain a high GPA while working, but actually wasn't able to maintain that high of a GPA. Michael's really taking an egotistic point of view here and not considering how unfair it is to the other applicants who are being honest about their GPA. Michael also needs to consider what would happen if the firm did find out that he was lying on about his GPA and the repercussions that could have. Michael also needs to think about what would happen if his friends and family also found out about him lying about his GPA to get this job. The third question is, what levers can you use to influence those who disagree with you? In this case, Michael. And I would strongly suggest to Michael to be honest and uphold his integrity here. I would suggest to Michael that he could actually use the fact that he has a little bit lower of a GPA and the fact that he worked full-time throughout college and supported himself and paid for his own degree as an advantage to get the job. In my mind, and in my opinion, I would value that more than someone who didn't work or pay for their schooling or pay their way through college. In my mind, that says that they're able to take on multiple tasks and use their time wisely. The fourth question is, what is your most powerful and persuasive response to the reasons and rationalizations you need to address? To whom should the argument be made, and when and in what context? I would just really explain to Michael that he's cheating the other applicants out of a fair chance at the job by lying about his GPA. And I would really stress to Michael that he's really cheating himself out of an honest and rightfully earned job, and that cheating in any form is never okay. I would explain to Michael that he's cheating the CPA firm out of someone that they think they are getting, but they're really not. I would also try and emphasize that, again, lying in any context is never the right thing to do and will only hurt his character. And I would also emphasize to Michael that once you compromise part of your integrity, you'll start to compromise in all other aspects of your life too. The next time a situation like this comes up where he has the opportunity to lie a little bit, it's going to be all the easier to do. But next time with bigger consequences. And so really emphasizing on the small and first things is crucial here.